Ever wondered how medieval peasants survived freezing nights without blankets or heating systems? These survival masters developed sleeping techniques that kept families warm through brutal winters. Their methods often worked better than modern solutions. Today I'm revealing ingenious peasant sleep-warming secrets. Natural bedding. Medieval peasants created comfortable, insulating beds using straw mattresses that provided crucial protection from cold ground temperatures. Fresh straw was bundled into cloth sacks, creating thick barriers that trapped warm air while preventing body heat from escaping into frozen earth below. Layering techniques involved placing multiple straw bundles beneath sleeping areas, with the finest, softest straw closest to the body. Regular replacement every few months ensured bedding remained dry, pest-free, and maintained optimal insulation properties throughout harsh winter seasons. Shared heat. Peasant families maximized warmth through strategic shared sleeping arrangements that pooled body heat for collective survival during freezing nights. Parents slept with children between them, creating human heat sandwiches that kept the most vulnerable family members warmest. Larger families arranged themselves by size and age, with smaller children in the center where they received heat from multiple sources. These arrangements required coordination and consideration, but provided life-saving warmth that individual sleeping could never achieve. Privacy was managed through careful positioning and cloth barriers while maintaining essential heat-sharing benefits that ensured family survival through brutal winter conditions. Stone warmers. Peasants developed sophisticated heated stone systems that provided hours of warmth throughout cold nights using rocks heated near cooking fires. Stone selection involved choosing smooth river rocks or dense field stones that retained heat effectively without cracking under thermal stress. Heating techniques required placing stones near fires for 2 to 3 hours until they reached optimal temperature for safe handling. Safe wrapping methods used multiple layers of cloth, wool, or animal skins that prevented burns while allowing heat transfer to sleeping bodies. Strategic placement positioned heated stones at feet, core body areas, or between family members where warmth could be shared most effectively. Heat duration lasted 6 to 8 hours, providing warmth through the coldest parts of night when body temperatures naturally dropped lowest. Animal integration. Medieval peasants shared sleeping spaces with livestock, creating mutually beneficial arrangements that provided consistent body heat while protecting valuable animals from freezing temperatures. Cattle, pigs, and goats generated substantial warmth that helped maintain comfortable sleeping temperatures for entire families throughout harsh winter nights. Animal positioning involved strategic placement that maximized heat benefit while ensuring safety and hygiene through proper ventilation and separation barriers. Seasonal timing coordinated animal integration with coldest weather periods when additional heat sources became essential for human survival. Health considerations included maintaining air quality while benefiting from animal warmth, using elevated sleeping platforms that separated humans from animals while allowing heat transfer. Ventilation management balanced warmth retention with fresh air circulation that prevented dangerous gas buildup. These arrangements required careful planning but provided reliable, renewable heat sources that functioned continuously without fuel or maintenance while supporting both human and animal welfare during extreme weather conditions. Layer systems. Peasant sleeping warmth depended heavily on strategic clothing systems that retained body heat while allowing comfortable rest throughout frigid winter nights. Multi-layer dressing involved wearing multiple garments that trapped air between fabric layers, creating insulation systems that worked effectively during sleep. Wool base layers provided moisture-wicking properties that kept skin dry while retaining warmth even when damp from perspiration. Linen outer layers offered breathability, while wool inner layers supplied insulation and temperature regulation. Clothing modification included loosening tight garments that could restrict circulation while ensuring coverage of extremities most vulnerable to cold damage. Seasonal adjustments involved adding or removing layers based on temperature variations throughout winter months. Foot warming required special attention through wool stockings, wrapped cloth, or fur-lined foot coverings that prevented frostbite during extended cold exposure. Head covering used caps, hoods, or wrapped cloth that prevented significant heat loss through the scalp area. These clothing systems enabled comfortable sleep while maintaining body temperature regulation that prevented hypothermia and cold-related health problems. Shelter insulation. Medieval peasant homes utilized comprehensive insulation strategies that transformed basic shelters into warm sleeping environments using available natural materials and traditional building techniques. Wall insulation involved stuffing straw, moss, animal hair, and organic materials into gaps between structural elements, creating thermal barriers that prevented cold air infiltration. Draft elimination used mud, clay, and natural fibers to seal cracks and openings that could allow frigid outside air to enter sleeping areas. Roof insulation included thick layers of straw, leaves, or other organic materials that prevented heat loss through upper areas where warm air naturally accumulated. Floor covering systems involved layering straw, animal skins, and woven mats that provided insulation from frozen ground while creating comfortable sleeping surfaces. Window and door weatherproofing used cloth hangings, animal skins, and natural materials that blocked cold air while maintaining minimal ventilation for air quality. Interior partition creation used hanging cloths or temporary barriers that created smaller spaces easier to heat and maintain at comfortable temperatures. These insulation improvements transformed basic shelters into functional winter sleeping environments that protected families from life-threatening cold exposure. Fire management. Peasant fire management techniques ensured continuous heat throughout long winter nights without creating safety hazards or wasting precious fuel resources during extended cold periods. Nighttime fire banking involved covering glowing coals with ash layers that slowed burning while maintaining heat output for extended periods without constant attention. Ember preservation used strategic coal placement and airflow control that kept fires alive overnight while preventing dangerous flare-ups that could threaten family safety. Safe fire practices included proper ventilation, spark barriers, and fuel management that provided warmth without creating fire hazards in confined sleeping spaces. Fire positioning placed heating sources close enough to provide warmth while maintaining safe distances from bedding materials and sleeping family members. Fuel conservation involved selecting wood types that burned slowly and steadily, providing consistent heat output throughout night hours when fuel addition was impractical. Heat reflection used stone or metal surfaces that directed radiant heat toward sleeping areas while protecting combustible materials from dangerous temperatures. Ash management included proper disposal and banking techniques that maintained fire safety while preserving useful coals for morning rekindling. These fire management skills enabled peasants to maintain life-sustaining warmth throughout brutal winter nights while minimizing fuel consumption and safety risks that could threaten family survival. Cover creation. Medieval peasants created warming covers and blankets using available materials and traditional crafting techniques that provided essential protection from cold temperatures during harsh winter sleeping conditions. Animal skin preparation involved careful cleaning, softening, and treatment processes that transformed raw hides into flexible, warm bedding materials that provided excellent insulation and weather resistance. Wool processing included shearing, cleaning, spinning, and weaving activities that created warm fabric covers capable of trapping body heat while allowing moisture evaporation that prevented uncomfortable dampness. Patchwork techniques utilized fabric scraps, worn clothing, and available textile materials assembled into larger covers that provided comprehensive warmth coverage for entire families. Natural waterproofing used animal fats, plant oils, and traditional treatments that protected bedding materials from moisture while maintaining breathability essential for comfortable sleep. Layering systems combined different materials that provided varying insulation properties, with softer materials closest to skin and weatherproof materials as outer layers. Maintenance procedures included cleaning, repair, and treatment schedules that preserved bedding quality throughout extended winter use periods. Size considerations ensured covers provided adequate coverage for multiple family members while remaining manageable for daily use and storage. These handcrafted bedding systems provided essential protection that enabled comfortable sleep despite severe cold conditions that could otherwise threaten health and survival. Sleep techniques. Medieval peasants developed specific sleeping positions and body techniques that maximized heat retention and circulation while ensuring comfortable rest throughout frigid winter nights. Body positioning involved strategic arrangements that minimized heat loss through exposed skin while maximizing contact with warm surfaces and other family members sharing sleeping spaces. Fetal positions reduced surface area exposed to cold air while protecting vital organs and maintaining core body temperature during extended cold exposure periods. Circulation maintenance required periodic movement and position changes that prevented numbness and maintained blood flow to extremities most vulnerable to cold damage. Breathing techniques included controlled respiratory patterns that warmed incoming air while conserving body heat through efficient oxygen utilization and reduced heat loss through respiration. Group sleeping coordination involved systematic arrangements that ensured all family members received adequate warmth while maintaining comfort and sleeping quality for everyone sharing limited space. Heat conservation strategies included keeping arms and legs close to body core, covering head and neck areas that lost significant heat, and maintaining contact with warming elements like heated stones or other family members. Pressure point management prevented circulation problems while maintaining warmth through proper positioning that avoided restricting blood flow to hands, feet, and other extremities. Movement strategies included gentle exercises and stretching that could be performed without leaving warm sleeping areas, maintaining circulation and flexibility during long, cold nights when outdoor activity was impossible. Natural warming. Medieval peasants utilized various herbal preparations and natural warming techniques that enhanced body heat generation and sleep comfort during harsh winter conditions without relying on external heat sources. Warming herbs included ginger, cinnamon, and other spices that could be consumed as teas or preparations that increased internal body heat production through metabolic stimulation and improved circulation. Hot drink recipes combined available herbs, honey, and warm water or milk that provided internal warming while offering comfort and nutrition during cold weather periods when warm liquids were especially beneficial. Herbal foot soaks used warming plants and hot water that improved circulation to extremities while providing relaxation and comfort before sleep in cold conditions. Natural heat-generating preparations included herbal poultices, warming ointments made from animal fats and stimulating plants, and topical applications that increased blood flow and warmth sensation in applied areas. Digestive warming involved consuming foods and herbs that generated internal heat through digestion while providing necessary nutrition for maintaining body temperature during cold weather. Circulation-enhancing herbs improved blood flow to hands, feet, and other areas prone to cold damage while supporting overall health during challenging winter conditions. Aromatic warming used scented herbs and natural materials that provided psychological comfort while potentially offering mild warming effects through inhalation and proximity. Plant-based insulation involved using dried herbs, aromatic grasses, and other plant materials as bedding additions that provided both insulation and pleasant scents that enhanced sleep quality. These natural warming aids supplemented physical warming techniques while providing health benefits and comfort enhancements that improved overall winter survival and well-being. Seasonal adaptation. Medieval peasants developed comprehensive seasonal adaptation systems that adjusted sleeping and warming techniques based on changing weather patterns and resource availability throughout extended winter periods. Monthly adjustment techniques involved systematically modifying bedding, clothing, and heating strategies as temperatures dropped progressively through winter months, ensuring optimal warmth as conditions became more severe. Preparation methods for extreme cold periods included stockpiling warming materials, increasing insulation, and implementing emergency protocols that provided additional protection during the coldest parts of winter when survival became most challenging. Resource conservation strategies balanced immediate comfort needs with long-term survival requirements, carefully managing fuel, food, and materials to ensure adequate supplies lasted through entire winter seasons. Emergency protocols address sudden temperature drops, equipment failures, and supply shortages through backup warming methods and survival techniques that maintained life safety during crisis situations. Weather prediction used traditional indicators and seasonal patterns that help peasants anticipate severe weather and adjust sleeping arrangements accordingly before dangerous conditions developed. Community coordination involved sharing resources, knowledge, and assistance during particularly harsh periods when individual families might struggle to maintain adequate warmth. Seasonal timing coordinated various warming techniques with natural cycles, utilizing optimal periods for material gathering, preparation activities, and equipment maintenance that supported winter survival efforts. Health monitoring included recognizing signs of cold-related illness and implementing warming techniques that prevented serious health problems during extended cold exposure. Adaptation planning involved preparing multiple backup strategies and alternative approaches that ensured survival capability regardless of weather, severity, or unexpected challenges that might arise during harsh winter conditions. These medieval peasant sleeping techniques prove that human ingenuity achieved remarkable warmth and comfort using only natural materials and cooperative strategies. Their methods often provided better sleep quality and health outcomes than modern heating systems while requiring no external energy or expensive equipment. Subscribe for weekly insights into traditional techniques that enhance comfort and well-being.